Good morning, students. Last period we were discussing that marginal utility and total utility. We have already known what is marginal utility, what is total utility. Again, I am revising it. First one, utility wants satisfying capacity of a goods at a given time is called utility. Then I was discussing marginal utility and or marginal utility. They have said marginal utility is the net additional of total utility. Net additional of total utility when a person consumes one more unit of a goods consumes when a person consumes one more unit of a goods consumes at a given time. And third one, total utility, it is the summation of marginal utility, or symbolically total utility equal to summation of marginal utility. This was the last period discussion, that the consumer behaviors and what is marginal utility and what is total utility. Some important characteristics of utility. Today we'll start with some important characteristics of utility. Important characteristics of utility. Characteristics of utility. First one, utility depends on urgency. Utility depends on urgency. Utility depends on urgency. Suppose you are that economic student. So your urgent is to purchase that economy books, rather you go to the film hall to purchase a film ticket. Whenever you are hungry, you need your food rather than any others. So it is to be said like this: utility the function of intensity of want. Intensity, or it is to be called that, or intensity of want. More intensity of want imply that higher utility, maximum utility, or low intensity is that less utility. Whenever a student is appearing that exam, at that time pain intensity of point is more urgent than that any others. It means during that exam pain is more important than that any other times like summer vacations. Second characteristics I was discussing, that is also subjectives. Utility is subjective. It cannot be quantified. It means it varies from person to person. It varies place to place. For example, if you are hungry, then you need chapati. So for hungry person, chapati may get that more satisfaction than that person who is not hungry. That is here that subjective analysis. So that it is said to be like this, it keeps on changing place and time. And third one, utility is measurable. Utility is measurable. So for measurable point, I was said that is that one is that cardinal, another is that ordinal. Or cardinal was given by that Professor Marshall, who is said that cardinal that 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. This is that cardinal. And ordinal, that is given by Professor Higgs and Allen. According to him, as per the order, like first, second, third rank. So utility is measurable in that cardinal, not that ordinal. Utility is not essentially useful. Fourth point. It is not essentially useful. It is not essentially useful. It means higher utility does not always mean a greater usefulness. For example, drugs may give that utility to a drug addict, but not useful otherwise. That is why it is not essentially useful. So these are the 4 characteristics of that utility. Now we will switch over to that more analysis about that marginal utility and total utility. Marginal utility and total utility. Marginal utility is the net additional of the total utility when a person consumes one more units of a commodity at a given time. That is called marginal utility. And total utility is that summation of marginal utility. Yesterday my example was about the chocolate. Marginal utility and total utility. First chocolate, marginal utility 10, total utility 10. When we consume that, this is called units of chocolates. You may say that X goods. These are marginal utilities on the measure of utils and total utility in the measure of utils. The second is the 9 and this is the 19, that is 10 plus 9. Third consumes, then the marginal utility is 8, is 19 plus 8 equal to 27, means 10 plus 9 plus 8. Then it may be that fourth chocolate you will consume, it may be 7, this may be 34, 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7. Fifth chocolate you will consume, it will marginal of 6 and it may be 40. So 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6. And add that 6th chocolate you will consume, his marginal utility is 0 and the total utility will be 40. So 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 0. If you will purchase that 7 chocolate, then it may be that minus 2, then it will be the 38, that is the 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 0 minus 2. If a person has that rupees 70 or per chocolate at the rate of rupees 10, and if you will spend that 70 rupees, then you will get that marginal utility accordingly and total utility accordingly. Now, we can draw it in a diagram. Give it, I will draw it here because it is not clearly visible. Y-axis is that units of X commodity consumed, that is chocolate. And y-axis, let be that marginal utility of X goods. minus 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 like this. And first units of chocolate, whenever you will consume, you will get that marginal utility 10. Second units, whenever you will consume, that time, that marginal utility is 9. And third is 8. Fourth is 7. Fifth is 6. And sixth is 0. And seventh is minus 2. This is to be called that marginal utility cost of X goods. It means here is that when a person consumes more and more units of goods, marginal utility is going on decreasing. This is to be called that law of diminishing marginal utility. Law of diminishing marginal utility. When a person consumes more and more units of a commodity, that marginal utility will go on decreasing. This principle is to be called that law of diminishing marginal utility.